Bharat Pumbada Right to Information Act Chanahalakpa Asi Sahi Kun Suban Mirasing Asi Bharat Pumbada Haji press conference Laudano Pangkok Shari. Masigi Akoiki press conference Asida Akoina Tamzaning Basi 2014 Sri Narendra Modi in the Prime Minister Werpada getting Asi Pauvada Hana Lermiba UPA Congress Matam the Leramba Adumba RTI Sakti RTI Natarumba Mayamadu Nasigi Madu Sumsum Mangshala Ahanbada Right to Information Act 2005 Akoigi Mangda Library Basigi Right to Information 2005 Congress ki UPA ki Matamda Srimati Sonia Gandhi ji Dr. Manmohan Singh ji ne Bibiramba Bharat ki damakta Masi 2019 da Anova Amendment Act ama pore haraga Narendra Modi ji ki sarkar asina Masibu Hana Leiramba Madugumba Ain rules mayam aduba Nathairaga Samna Harvada Congress ki Matamda UPA ki Matamda Information Commissioner asigi amamamda sahi manga fix leirambado ngasidi 2019 Modi ji na lakpatagi amendment ama pore hairaga madugumba fixed tenure adu lakthokiba Bharat Central Government da madugi sakti du thokiba service condition singba madudagi hauna masigi aikoge duk chawrba sakti du sumsum mahalakna bagi masak ama oirakli ani subada 2023 Narendra Modi ji na lakpo matamsida mak hajiki UPA gi akoi UPA gi matamda 2014 ki mamangda hanana digital aikogi kwai maruina digital personal data protection act haidana ama leirambasi hanadi personal information haibasi public interest ki damakta oiragadi madu disclose tawba yahalami congress ki UPA matamdadi adubu Narendra Modi ji ki sarkar lakpadagi di madu ki public interest tabukta personal information oiragadi disclose tawba do loina bakthi Thigen Gre Maduna Thigen Kibadaki Nasi public duty ki matangda Kangning Malayba public fund ki matangda Kangning Malayba RTI Tharaga Laybadu personal information nena Hairaga Madu Thadok Taba Prazamiam the Kangan Dabagi Masak Amoirakwe Masidani Akoina RTI Egasi Sumsum Modi ki Sarkar Lakpadagi Marai Chakterakli Haibasi Masidagi Akoina Prazamiam the Kangbaya Maduguma public audit Prazamiam the Kangning Mamayam Kogi MP gi local development area fund kam dong na ke adegi narega gi matang na fake beneficiary phangoi da mi myam na paisa phakan ki ba aduga rasti gi oiba madugumba akoina nakhai sendana yamna khangdana funding tor ko mayam du gi matang da khangi haina RTI tharubada phangalaktre aduga maruina haji Bharat sida leiriba ko gi Central Information Commission amasung Raj mayam da leiriba State Information Commission sida leigadaba madugi Information Commissioner Singh Mayama Mangasibu Hapta Hangalaga Thamli. Central Information Commission the Su Nasima Quidagi Commission Information Commissioner Anikak Lairaga Amukta Toki Mong the Labam Topa Trama to Information Commissioner Trama to Levimota Anikak Lairaga Amasung Central Information Commissioner 2025 September the Lairata Nasibu Kalakri. Aduna masigu masi UPA gi matam dali amta thokidre adu masi gi Modi sarkar lakpagi di masigu maya masi tholle haraga thawingi RTI gi madugumba prajar bi sakti ado sumsum marai saitharak na bagi masak amoirakni amarom de yenguba matam sida Information Commission sida koina case mayam ma tharak pasi 2024 gi June phawbada case hajik laiba appeal complaint mayam ma lairibase masi pending da lotion da lairibase lakh mari gi lising mangani Hai basi 2019 da oiramba masing adudagi hena anirak oina haibadi akoigi 2 times double hena henjelakli masidagi akoina RTI tharu matamda paku mayamasu phangide samna haibada Prime Minister ki foreign tour gi matangda hamubada covid da oxygen ward padagi mi kya si hairubada Prime Minister gi akoigi cares fund Prime Minister PM cares fund gi paisa gi matangda hamubada adudagi akoina Prime Minister gi electoral bonds atopo case ki mayam hamu matamda pakum pibirakide madudagi di ngasi su Bharata Manipur su thokta banate RTI activist singbu hatpiba RTI activist singbu dhamka tawga jail arbitrarily namjan biba masigumba attack chathari basi mayam ama yame ahan bada akoi gi Congress na UPA sarkar lairingai da Whistleblowers Protection Act haidana lona thukna Ashing Bahidor Haiduk Charakpa Singdu, Paukum Pau, Paudam Birakpa Singdu, protection Tawna with the Whistleblowers Protection Act, Haina Amakoin passed over me 2014 Mamang. Adubu, past parliament the Lok Sabha masung Rajya Sabha pass ograba adugumba ek ado ngasi 2014 ni matung the Prime Minister Modi lakpadagi di Modi sarkar asina madubu ek adu notified taw bidri ain the unthok bidri amasung adugi mari lainaba rules law na sting himbidri adu ngasi di Bharat ki ganatantra satpa prithvi de ganatantra satpa da phawre hai United States amasung European Union gi leibak desh kaya amada leibak kaya amada whistleblower sibu aikoina asugi matik masibu sakhang biri hairaga makhoi bu ngakpi senbiri adu akhoi gi leibak Bharat tadi Shri Narendra Modi ji lakhibada ki di UPA Congress ki matamda ek oina parliament pass toramado madu thawing gi sana handagi mong da thambiduna whistleblower singi protection se pibidana lairi aduna che da khak lairaga lo oina onthokpidaba rule oina semidaba se masigi lai thibani aduna ngasi Congress na Bharat pumbada hoji RTI gi sahi kun surakpa sida aikoina hajari maduri si sumnagi khak ainate masidi संविधान gi oiba amasung samaj asida akoi gi ganatantra sida praja miyang gi hak kangkhatna bohonna bada hak ngak chena bohonna bada aikoina akhangning ba apama mayam nu khangna na bohonna bada asugi matik yamnu saur ba khulai amani maduna Indian National Bharat ki Bharatiya Rashtriya Congress Indian National Congress na Bharat ki praja punamakta demand khara thamjari maduri ahan bada Congress 2019 da amend tawriba madu gumba amendment ado madu lauthoga madu tawdraga hanigi leramba information commissioner singi madu 5 years tenure adu hanigi philum hanjananba aduga hajik leriba digital protection and akogi that digital personal and data protection act adusu review tawba amend tawba aduga RTI gi madugumba leba ko public interest adubu ngaktana thamba ahum subada central amasung state information commission the commissioner mayam hap the lairiba even chief information commissioner Bharat kishu madu adu matamda hapiba aduga yamna transparent oina hapiba aduga commission amasung sida lairiba mahaki standard ase aduga case mayam ase thuna dispose tawina mukta madugumba performance standards ama sanahanba adigi RTI users sing amasung whistleblower sing ase whistleblower protection act ase masi phajana notify tawraga ek ama rule ama oina sembiraga makhoibu protection pibiba ngakmi senbiba ain khudangda aruga loina commission asida koigi journalist ki makai degi su activist sing su academic sing su aduga nupi obe samaj ki women representatives mayam su commission sida yaholle haraga masi makhal makhagi miyoi mayam yahollaga diversity purak haibasini aduna ngasi gi sahi kun suba sida koina Congress party na amuka hanna madudi thajaba thamle madudi masiguma RTI hairiba aina sibu masina maram oira harga Bharat laiba nagrik kudimakna aki akhang yaudana wahang hangbugi maduguma shakti pibiba amasung matam sana aduga hairakadabu pakhum pibirakadabu pakhum adu matam sana pakhum oina pibirakna bugidamakta ngasigi numit asi sahi kun pharaba RTI gi madugumba fajakraba shakti adubu ningshanni adu Manipur ri ngasi marup loi mayam khangbire maduri Manipur Information Commission haina lairi basi hajik state information commissioner haina amakak lai information commissioner ani thaina lerami hajiki ama book laitre information commission Manipur Information Commission ki building ama book laite new secretariat building ki the kamasa am da lairi aduna ngasi building ama tongana laiba masu mathok tare hangibu information commissioner Manipur Information Commissioner da matam sana aini matungina yamna transparent wen happy mathok dai adugu hapa matamda ngarang nahan happy kiba Manipur ki lokayukta ki non judicial member hapa da ya de haidana issue mayam thogna kiba madumaina tawgi mong da hapa nataba aina yaba aduga yamna transparent oina happy mathok dai aduga friends hoji akoina khangbi akoina yengba yarisi Bharat pumbada akoi information commission sida akoina yengjerakpa matam sida kana gum kharane ai case thari madu walhaure kholaure haidana Manipur Information Commission the case thai aduga Information Commission dagi madu gum appeal mayam to kamdum lotion gi hybrid sena order thoga madu di hiriba information adu authority ni pigre hire lotion gi akoina pamjari di adugi order khakna taba Manipur Information Commission sida order information piri ba data mayam su order du loina na upload to birgadi madu Bharat ki praja Manipur ki praja punamukta kanabo oigani aduga Manipur ki praja so khongum thoi maramdi piraiba authority na piraiba data sing information into public information sumnagi case haraiba mi du khakin natti hai aduna maram oiraga madusu Manipur Information Commission and authority sing data pigre hai do case hadaba ko khangde ba अरे केस थागेरा थारोइरा केस थारक पामना इन्फॉर्मेशन पिरक्रे इन्फॉर्मेशन फंगरे अथॉरिटी पिरी हारगा केस लोशन नबक नतना मणिपुर इन्फॉर्मेशन दसु वेबसाइट थागत पिरो डाटा इन्फॉर्मेशन मयाम चेना मसंगा पांगेरा अनि हुम पांगेरा मयाम येंबिउ फ्रेंड्स अखोइना मसीदी भारत दा लेइबा सुप्रीम कोर्ट के चीफ जस्टिस ऑफ इंडिया सुप्रीम कोर्ट जो जजेस मयाम की संपत्ति मयाम मा कराई कराई दे लेगे हाइबदे मखोय मखोय वेबसाइट दा उथोक्तना मसाना डिक्लेयर तौदना लेजरीबा मतमने मसी हाइबदी असुगी मतिक ट्रांसपेरेंसी ओइबगी मतमसिदा सोमदना अखोयगी आईएएस आईपीएस न सिंग मयाम मसीगी एसेट्स सी मसा मतोमने डिस्क्लोजर तौ हाइदना सु मखोय मखोय इंडियन फॉरेन सर्विस की वेबसाइट सु मयाम मा याउदना लेजखरबने अदुमाय तौदना ngasi अखोयगी मणिपुर सरकार की वेबसाइट दा मणिपुर गवर्नमेंट की वेबसाइट दा अखोयगी लेइबा आईएएस आईपीएस अदुगा तो स्टेट गवर्नमेंट की एम्प्लॉयज से मखोय मखोय एसेट्स से मखोय मखोय की एसेट्स से डिक्लेयर डिस्क्लोजर तो वो मथौक तारे मरमदी पब्लिक ट्रांसपेरेंसी थमदबी दमकता मरमदी इलेक्शन तो मतमदा एमपी खंगदे एमएलए खंगदे हजु लोइनब कैंडिडेट लोइनब डिस्क्लोज तौरगा ट्रांसपेरेंसी म पुरकनबगी दमकता खोनरीबा अदुबो ngasi manipur sida khoina yengibse karino haiba matam sida manipur government ki website haiba su official website ama oina leiri adu masida masigumba masak disclosure mayam ama RTI oiba wakalon mayam ama khoin ubu phangde department ki mai website di RTI oiba disclosure khardi ui karam officials in the complaint thagada ge haiba du ko khoina haja ningnibsina manipur government ki website asida manipur da hajujik leidiba IAS IPS अदुगो ऑफिसर सिंह गवर्नमेंट एम्प्लॉय सिंह मकोय मकोय एसेट्स मयाम दो डिस्क्लोज तो मथौक ताय मदु हाकत पिबो मथौक ताय मदुदनी कोई मणिपुर सिदा ट्रांसपेरेंसी लाकदोरिबा अदुगा करप्शन फ्री ओरकदोरिबसे अदुगा लोइना ना मणिपुर सिदा कोई की क्वाइडी की मरोइबा मणिपुर विजिलेंस कमीशन हाइरिबसे मसी की वेबसाइट अकोय जे बुक लेते मसी की मखाद लेरिबो विंग अमने हाइरिबा डायरेक्टरेट ऑफ कोई की एंटी करप्शन कोई की ब्रांच की मसी की डायरेक्टरेट से की वेबसाइट की लई अदु मणिपुर विजिलेंस कमीशन की ओइबा वेबसाइट ngasibu मणिपुर सिदा लईबो उद्रि ऑफिस पे लई बिल्डिंग लई अखोई की डायरेक्टरेट ऑफ विजिलेंस एंड एंटी करप्शन मणिपुर की वेबसाइट की लईबा अदुगा मणिपुर विजिलेंस कमीशन हजि पाइबिरिबा चीफ सेक्रेटरी न चीफ विजिलेंस कमिश्नर होय मसी की मथान कोई वेबसाइट अत लेते अदुना मणिपुर विजिलेंस कमीशन की ऑफिशियल वेबसाइट लेतबनिना मणिपुर से विजिलेंस केसेस क्या लई करम ऑफिसर इन्वॉल्व तवे कना ना कंप्लेंट थारे केस क्या लोशन करे केस क्या पेंडिंग लई केस लोशन खरबदु की करी ऑर्डर थोक रहा है कनाम त खंगदे अदुना भारत पुमदा मणिपुर पुमदा ले प्रजा सिंगना खंगम थोएबा मयाम येंबियु मणिपुर की प्रजाना रिलीफ केम की मतंगदा पैसा कया सिजनदे कनाना सिनखरे कनाना लखथोय कनाना लखथोक्ति अदिगी प्रधानमंत्री ग्राम सड़क योजना की मतंगदा कराई कराई रे सतखरे कयम वाटपा हायमने सिंबा कोई फमम थोप अधिकार से फमतब कांदा आरटीआई थारगा आरटीआई के थ्रू द खंग मंगमने अरमाइन तो दना नसी के श्याम फजक्रब कोई की राइट टू इंफॉर्मेशन एक्ट शीवी दमकता वखलोन पिबिरंबा शिखक नतना कोई सोनिया गांधी जी ना नरेगा फॉरेस्ट राइट्स एक्ट राइट टू एजुकेशन राइट टू फेयर कंपेंसेशन एंड लैंड एक्विजिशन एक्ट अमसु नेशनल फूड सिक्योरिटी मयाम पिबिरंबसे मसीगिदमक ngasi भारत पुंबदा राज्य पुंबदा कोई सिगुम प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस तौरी हजिक मखा सथरी अदुना मसीगिदमकता भारत लेबा प्रजा पुनमक अमसु मणिपुर की प्रजा पुनमक मयामना आरटीआई बु फजन सिजनबिरंबगिदमकता कोइना थागत फोंगोकचरी अदु हजिक आरटीआई थारे हारगा मयाम वहां हंगली हंगसु हंगकिगनी मनु की प्रोटेक्शन पीबसे लेरिबा सरकार असिगी मथौनी अदु पीगे हारबदी हाना लेजर में राइट टू इन्फॉर्मेशन एक असी डायलूट तोक्तबिदा हाना लेर मदु की शक्ति अदु रेस्टोर तोबसे मथौकताय मणिपुर दसु इन्फॉर्मेशन कमिश्नर हाबा मथौकताय मणिपुर इन्फॉर्मेशन कमीशन की बिल्डिंग तोंगाना सागिरगा छेना थबक तोहनबा म दरकार ताय विद क्वालिटी एंड टाइम बाउंड मैनर हायरगा under the UPA government led by Dr. Manmohan Singh and the visionary leader of Srimati Sonia Gandhi, the historic right to information came into being on October 12, 2005. It was the first in a series of the UPA government's rights-based agenda that included Manrega in 2005, Forest Rights Act in 2006, Right to Education in 2009, Right to Fair Compensation and Land Acquisition Act in 2013, and National Food Security Act in 2013. The main objective of this RTI, Right to Information Act, was to empower citizens. This is the Right to Information Act way back in 2005. This is to empower citizens to access information held by public authorities, making government functioning more transparent and accountable. But what has happened, friends? Since 2014, since we have the Prime Minister, Sri Narendra Modi ji, right to information has been consistently eroded, undermining transparency and the democratic setup of our country. We are stressing on few important points, which are essentially divided into three important points. The first is the attacks on the law, that is the Right to Information Act 2005. When Mr. Modi became the Prime Minister in 2014, in 2019, there is a 2019 amendments that were brought by the Prime Minister. But that 2019 amendments weakened the independence and it has increased executive influence. Therefore, what has happened is in our time during the UPS days, during the days of the Congress-led United Progressive Alliance governments, at that point of time, commissioners, meaning commissioners in Information Commission, they had a fixed 5-year tenure with secure conditions of service. But this amendment of 2019 vested the union government with the power to decide both tenure and service conditions, compromising independence and increasing executive influence. Then we have, friends, in 2013, there is a Digital Personal Data Protection Act, and there's a specific section of 44 subsection 3. What has happened here is, in this Digital Personal Data Protection Act, there is a term called personal information. In our time earlier, during the Congress days, personal information could still be disclosed if it served public interest. But what has happened during the present Modi-led government is, the amended provision has come into being. And these amended provisions by Modi government says that no information which relates to personal information shall be disclosed. And therefore, these has effectively made personal information an absolute exemption. These could prevent disclosure of even information linked to public duties or use of public funds, undermining the transparency principle of Right to Information Act. And this is also going to further directly undermine public audit and scrutiny, and particularly in so many other numerous cases like misuse of members of parliament, local area development funds, fake beneficiaries of Manrega, and opaque political fundings in our country. Friends, secondly, we have an attack. There is a consistent attack on central and state information commissions. There has been vacancies throughout. The Central Information Commission today is functioning as its weakest strength ever, with just 2 commissioners in place against a sanctioned string of 11 commissioners, leaving even the Chief Information Commissioner's post vacant after September 2025. There has been no Chief Election Commissioner even after commission. Various the Act provides that there should be a minimum of at least a string of 11 Information Commissioner. So this kind of situation has never existed during the UPA's Congress government time, but it has now come into reality in today's Modi's regime. Then there is a pendency and non-availability of data. Well, friends, as of June 2024, there is 4,05,000 appeals, 4,05,000 appeals and complaints which are still pending across 29 information commissions in the country, and this has doubled the backlog of 2019 number. There has been no answers which have been given when RTIs are sought for the details of the crores of rupees spent on the Prime Minister's foreign tours. There has been no RTI details being disclosed with regard to the actual number of lives lost due to oxygen shortage during the COVID pandemic, or the opaque functioning and utilization of Prime Minister KS Fund. Friends, besides this, we also have the attacks on individuals, the RTI activists. RTI activists have been shot, have been killed, they have been arrested illegally, arbitrarily in some of the states, and these attacks has also taken place in our state. There is a Whistleblowers Protection Act. Friends, In our Congress time, when there was an UPA government, this whistleblowers protection bill was introduced by the UPA government and it was passed both in Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. But what has happened is, during the Modi, when Modi ji became the Prime Minister in 2014, under the Modi government since 2014, neither the law has been implemented nor the rules have been framed and notified. And therefore, we are demanding that there has to be a proper rules, there has to be a notification of this act so that it becomes a law in the country. Friends, in democracies like the United States or the countries from the European Union, they have recognized that safeguarding the whistleblowers is essential to fighting corruptions. But here in our country, in India, during the Modi regime, India remains an exception, where even after the law exists on paper, the government, this Modi government, has deliberately refused to implement it. Therefore, friends, on today's 28th anniversary of Right to Information Act, we have gone through 20 years of Right to Information Act. We reiterate that RTI is not just a law, it is a way of constitutional and social empowerment of India's citizens. The Indian National Congress put forth the following demands. We have 6 demands nationally. Number 1, restore independence of information commissions by undoing 2019 amendments and ensuring fixed 5-year tenure with secure service conditions. Number 2, review and amend the DPDP Act provisions, which is the Digital Personal Data Protection Act provisions, Section 44, subsection 3, that undermine RTI's public interest mandates. 3, immediately fill vacancies in central and state commissions through a transparent, time-bound process. 4, enforce performance standards for commissions and mandate public reporting of disposal rates. 5thly, provide strong protection of RTI users and whistleblowers through full implementation of the Whistleblower Protection Act. And 6, ensure diversity in commissions by including journalists, activists, academics, and women representatives. On this 20th anniversary of RTI, the Congress Party reaffirms its commitment to protecting and strengthening this law and ensuring that every citizen has the right to ask questions fearlessly and to receive timely and effective answers. But friends, this is a part of All India Congress Committee. These have been our national demands. But with regard to Manipur, I would like to bring out 2-3 important points. We have a Manipur Information Commissions. Now, what has happened? In Manipur Information Commission, there is a state chief information commissioner and 2 information commissioners. As of now, there is only 1 state chief information commissioner. The vacant information commissioners must be filled up as early as possible, but when they do the filling up, it should be done in a constitutional and fair manner, unlike the controversy, unlike the issues which have been crop up in the appointment of a non-judicial member in Manipur Lokayukta. Then, so far, RTI has already passed 20 years, but Manipur Information Commission has no separate building, has no separate infrastructure as of now. Even the State Information Commissioner has to have a small room in a new secretary, which everybody knows. The Congress Party demands that it is a high time that there needs to have a separate building infrastructure for Manipur Information Commissions. Then friends, whenever in Manipur Information Commissions, whenever the appeals are being disposed, they only have a 1-page order saying that the authorities have already given the information to the aggrieved party and therefore the matter stands closed. But we would like to go further into that, because whatever has been disclosed in the RTI is supposedly to be in the public domain because it's a public information. And since there is public information, we demand that it is a must. It should be a must for the information commissions to upload the details of the information which the authorities have already given to the appellants, so that the entire public come to know about it. We don't know any. So an individual who goes to Information Commission to seek the details. When the authorities give the details to him or her, then the matter gets closed. We would like the information also to be uploaded along with the order on the website of Manipur Information Commissions in the interest of the entire public. Then we also have come to know that the hearings for Information Commission in Manipur Information Commission normally is given it's given for 15 minutes. We like this timing, the duration of hearing, to get extended, to get elongated as per the requirements of the hearing. Of course, I will go case by case. But then, friends, India at the moment is a country where the entire people are asking for transparency. Even in Supreme Court of India, the Chief Justice, the Supreme Court of India had resolved that the judges should make a declaration of their assets on assuming office, and whenever any acquisition of a substantial nature is made to the Chief Justice. These also includes declarations by the Chief Justice of India. So, friends, these are the disclosure of assets by the Chief Justice of India of the Honorable Supreme Court and the judges, the justices of the Honorable Supreme Court of India. These are the assets. So anyone can go and check their assets. Similarly, we also have the IAS, IPS, and other government employees' assets disclosure. Of course, this is a performer for the statement of immovable property return for the year so and so of Indian Administrative Service. Similarly, such performer also exists for Indian Foreign Service and also for Indian IPS and IRAs and other. So now we are demanding that since the candidates in election, in assembly and the parliament, they declare their assets and liabilities, and these are all on public records. Similarly, the Supreme Court Chief Justice and justices also have declared their own assets, which are there on the website. Now it is made mandatory even for IAS and IPS and IFS. Therefore, with regard to bring transparency in our governance for good governance, it is a high time that on the website of Manipur governments, the assets of IAS, IPS, IRS, whosoever who are here in the state and the state government employees, they may be declared and uploaded so that the public also come to know. Now, friends, we have a Manipur government website. This is Manipur government website by the name manipur.gov.in. Today, when you go here, when we have gone here, what we have found is in the notification, there is a notification inviting application of registration of so and so wine, beer for sale or offer for sale in Manipur. This is the latest notifications. In this website, we ought to have the information related to RTI of all the departments, of all the officials, which we don't find here on the website. Of course, they are there in different departmental website, but since this is the official website of the government of Manipur, that needs to be reflected here, which is not happening. Secondly, what we are right now finding is, friends, there is a website called cmmanipur.gov.in. The people of Manipur want to know what has happened to the website of this Chief Minister of Manipur. cmmanipur.gov.in. If anybody goes there, you will find it's coming soon. It's completely blank. Whereas Chief Minister's dashboard, which is funded by Northeastern Council, it's still there. So the people of Manipur want to know, where is the official government website? There is an official government of Manipur official Twitter with a blue tick on Twitter, presently X. But then that bio does not give a link of the website, official website of the government of Manipur. So we would like to know that on the website of the government of Manipur official website, all these details need to be uploaded, which are not there, and they are not even updated. Then to bring transparency here in our state, we also would like to see what has happened to our vigilance commissions. This is a website. Is there a website, official website of Manipur Vigilance Commission? No. But there is a website of a department. This department called Directorate of Vigilance and Anti-Corruption Department, they have a website. But there is no website of State Vigilance Commission. Who is the Chief Vigilance Commissioner? He is a Chief Secretary. The appointment says so, that he is a Chief Vigilance Commissioner. the present chief secretary. But where is the commission's office? The commission office exists, but then we will like to know the official website of Manipur Vigilance Commissions. Because there are so many vigilance cases. What decisions have been taken place? Who are the officers who are there in the vigilance cases? Who have filed complaints? Whether they have been they have been closed or not, or they have been pending or not. The people of Manipur would like to know that. This is very much a part of Right to Information Act. But unfortunately, since there is no official website of Manipur Vigilance Commission, we don't know what has happened to the vigilance commissions of the state. We only have the website which pertains to Directorate of Vigilance and Anti-Corruptions, not that of State Vigilance Commission of Manipur. So friends, on this note, we have come here today to remember 20 years of